back to my channel. It's been quite some time since I actually filmed a sit-down video where I show you how I do my makeup. So I decided that I was ready to do one again. I actually got this palette for Christmas and I haven't used it yet. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that just so beautiful? I think it is. This is the Morphe x Jaclyn Hill eyeshadow palette. I'll link it down in the description below. I can't remember which one it is. I know these were like in her vault when she came out with her vault collection. So, and this was the one I really liked. I liked all the greens and the yellows. I don't know, it's different, but exciting. So, if you want to see what I've got like rattling up in my brain, then just keep on watching. Okay guys, so I'm going to start by putting my hair up. Getting it out of my face. So I've already got my moisturizer and my sunscreen on my face. So now I'm just going to go in with my primer. I always start off with this Laura Mercier foundation primer. It's the blemishless one. I just take about a pea-sized amount on my finger. Like about that much. And I rub it between my fingers and I put it on my T-zone. Just places where I get oily or have large pores. And I try to like really press it into those pores, you know. So if you see me looking over here, I do have my mirror on this side over here beside the camera so that I can kind of keep like where I'm at and what I'm doing. I look a little dark. I don't know. This lighting is playing with me, guys. It's playing with me. We're just gonna go with that one. It's a little brighter. I'm not gonna worry about it. I've also got my window open, but the sun keeps coming in and out. I'm behind clouds, so. Next, I'm going to go in with my Smashbox Primer Water. I got this idea from Casey Holmes. I really like it. So, now that that is pretty much dry, we're going to go in and do the brows. I like to do my brows first because I do carve out my brows. So, and then I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the color Auburn, and I'm just gonna fill in my brows real quick. Okay guys, so now that that's done, I'll tell you what I use. So I just got this like sample size of the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Super Concealer right here. I just use that to carve out my brows, and I use it as concealer because my Tarte Shape Tape is actually too light for me when I'm self-tanned, and I haven't made it to Sephora or to Ulta to get me a darker concealer color. And then I just go in after I'm done with my brows and set them with this Clear Brow Drill by Anastasia Beverly Hills. So I'm going to go ahead and go straight into the eyes because I like to do that before my base. So I actually don't use tape anymore. I know, shocking, right? I actually don't like using it anymore. So that's new. That's new since the last time you all seen me. But what isn't new is my eyeshadow primer. I am obsessed with this Urban Decay eyeshadow priming potion. I've used it for years. It is my holy grail eyeshadow primer. I haven't tried anything else that I've liked as much as this. So I'm just going to go in with that all over my lids. I'm just going to set that primer with Charmer from the Tartelette in the Bloom palette. I know this thing looks rough. I've had this for years on years. I can't even tell you how long I've had this. But I'm just going to go over that and set that base. You can use any like skin tone or light eyeshadow. You can even use like a face powder if you wanted to. Okay, I'm going to zoom you all in real quick. I've got you all zoomed in. We're going to resume going in with our eyeshadow. So I'm going to go back in with the Tartelette in the Bloom palette, and I'm just going to pick up a fluffy blending brush. This is just from the Sephora collection. It is called the Rounded Crease Brush. I bought these brushes like forever ago. So I'm just going to go in with Flower Child right here. It's just a really soft crease color. I'm just gonna go in, and this is just going to get me started with my crease. Now that I've got my transition color in, we're going to, let's see, I'm going to go in the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. I think I'm going to start with the color Access. It's this really pretty yellow color right here, like this mustardy yellow. Any mustardy yellow color you have will do. I'm just using the same motions I used before with my transition shade, the windshield wiper, and circular. Just going back and forth between the two, really blending that out. Now I think I'm going to go in with the color Secure, just this one right here, just to deepen that up a little bit. I'm still using the same brush. I know a lot of people use different brushes. I am easy. I like to use 1 or 2 brushes and that's it. So I'm just gonna go back in and deepen that crease up. Woo, that's really pigmented, guys. I mean, look at that. Wow, that is so pigmented. Jordan asked me if I wanted to go to a car show today, which I really like looking at cars. I'm sure it's a classic car show. We go every year to the Rod Run in Tennessee, so I really like looking at them. He likes looking at them, so it's just a bonding thing we do. I might vlog that a little bit for you all today. I've actually been doing a lot more vlog style videos. It just seems to be easier for me, you know, just to pick up the camera and just film my life away, whatever. Just seems to be a lot easier. I don't know, I'm trying to really get back into the swing of things. I've missed filming for like the past few years. Oh gosh, I think it's been about 1.5 years or 2 years since I last filmed before I started filming my 2 vlogs that I just filmed. So, you know. So now that I'm done blending this out, I'm going to go in with a more dense angled brush. This is an angled eyeshadow brush. It's just from that same collection from Sephora. It looks like this. And I think I'm going to go in with Smooth Criminal right here. I'm just going to go in with that on the outer portion, like the outer C, and I'm just going to really focus that in here, bring it into the crease a little bit just to give that crease a little bit more definition. I'm also going to do that same on the other side. So now that I've got that on the lid, I'm just going to go in with a clean blending brush. This one is from Milani. I think these were like the mini travel size kits you get at Walmart or something, any kind of drugstore would do. And I'm just going to take that and blend all this out. I feel like I actually lost a little bit of that orangey yellow color, so I'm gonna go back in with Secure again. Pick up a generous amount on my brush, and I'm just going to go back over all of that with it again. Okay, and now that I've done that, I'm just going to go back in with that first color, Access, the mustardy yellow, and try to blend it all together. Make sure I still have that yellow color in there as well. You all don't have to do this as much, you know, if you don't want to. It's all about personal preference. I just wanted to make sure you get like a feel of all those colors. So as you can see, I am going up past my crease, up more towards my eyebrow. This is just because I feel like I have more hooded eyes, especially when I smile, and I still want you to be able to see everything that's on my lid. So I go up past my actual crease just so that those colors are still seen. Once I get that all blended out to my liking, I'm then going to take a dense eyeshadow brush. This is just from the Naked 3 Urban Decay palette. It comes with it. So I'm just going to take that and I'm going to spray a little bit of my primer onto that brush, get it a little wet. And then I'm going to go in, what color should I go with, guys? Should I go with Guilt Trip or should I go with Coin? So I'm just going to go in with Guilt Trip. It's the lighter gold color, less yellow. And I'm going to apply that to the inner and center part of my lid. Wow, that is pigmented. Also guys, I forgot to mention, do not mind my hands. I did my self-tanner last night and I have no clue what happened. I have no clue. I did the same thing I always do and then it just looked awful this time. I don't know why. So just don't mind my self-tan hands right now. They kind of look a little rough. So I just went back in over top of Guilt Trip and then went in with this like bright yellow shimmery color called Coin. And I am feeling that. So I'm just going to go back in with that clean blending brush we used earlier and really blend this out. Now I'm just going to line my lashes with this Line Stiletto by Maybelline New York. I have used this forever. This is in the color Blackest Black. Now that I have my eyeliner done and satisfied with it, I'm just going to curl my lashes and put on some mascara. I'm just using the Voluminous Lash Paradise from, I think this is L'Oreal. Yeah, this is L'Oreal Paris. I really like this stuff. It is a good dupe for the Better Than Sex mascara, so I'm just gonna do that real quick. Just going to pop off screen and pop on some lashes. I'm gonna be using the Ardell Faux Mix in 811. So I'm gonna do that real quick and I'll be right back. Now that I've got some eyelashes on, guys, we're ready to move on to the base. The base. So I'm going to go in with a beauty sponge. This is the Real Techniques beauty sponge. I like this one. This is actually a brand new one. Look, I pulled out a brand new one for you guys. So I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna go in with my, ooh, it's dirty. I'm gonna go in with my YSL All Hours foundation in the color Warm Sand BD40. This is my shade when I'm nice and self-tanned. So I don't self-tan my face, because every time I do, I break out really bad. So I've just decided to stop self-tanning my face, and when I go without makeup, I just, you know, walk around with a face that's way lighter than the rest of my body. I'm feeling like putting a little bit more of this. I like this foundation. I always use this foundation. Now, not everybody likes it. It's not for everybody. I would say if you have a really dry skin to not use it, because if I ever have any dry patches, I try not to use this foundation because it tends to cling. Now that I've got my foundation all blended out, I'm just gonna go back in with that Clinique, this little tiny bottle. I'm almost out, so I really need to go to Sephora or Ulta and get me some. Well, not Sephora. I don't think Sephora carries the Tarte Shape Tape, so I need to go to Ulta and get me some. So I'm just gonna go back in with this Clinique Beyond Perfecting Concealer and put it under my eyes. I like to drag it down on my cheeks. And you don't have to use this much. I mean, I go all out. I got some bags, girl. Bags and dark circles for days. So I like to use a lot of concealer. So I'm just going to take my beauty sponge and blend all that out. Now that I have my base done, I'm going to go in with my Too Faced Born This Way powder in translucent. The only thing I don't like about this powder is I can't figure out how to get the sifter off. I don't like sifters. So I have to sit here and I have to tap it out like a bunch out into the lid. And then it just goes everywhere. So I'm just going to pick that up on my damp beauty sponge and press it into my skin. I always go under my eyes first because I crease there really bad. I mean, like really bad. Sometimes I have to go like and tap out powder like 2 or 3 times. Really, if you all know how to get the sifter out of this powder, like let me know, because I can't figure it out and it really drives me insane. So I'm going to go in with my Hoola bronzer, the one I always use by Benefit. This is just their regular bronzer, the normal one. This is not the dark or the light. And I'm going to go in with a fluffy Milani powder bronzer brush. It looks like this. It's dense. Just tap it in there, tap off the excess. And I go on my cheeks. And I go on my forehead because we're trying to make this 5-head a 4-head, guys. Once I feel like I got enough bronzer on, I'm going to go in with my Shade and Light palette by Kat Von D. And I'm going to go in with this cool tone contour color called Subconscious right here. And I'm going to take a contour brush. I think this is the Sephora brand. Yeah, it's a multi-contour brush. It looks like this. It's angled. Just going to tap that in there. And chisel them cheeks. And then I'm just going to take, there's dog hair everywhere. Okay. Just going to take a clean powder brush and blend all that out. And then I'm going to take just a flat eyeshadow brush. I think it's called Small Shadow. It's just a flat, dense eyeshadow brush right here. I'm going to take that and go in that same contour color and contour my nose. I'm going to go in and do some blush. I'm going to go in with my NARS Super Orgasm Blush. I've used this for years, you guys. I mean, this is in actually, I think I sometimes use that one from Jaclyn Hill, and I can't remember the name. I can't remember the name of the brand, but it was like Prosecco Pop or something. But I'm just gonna use that NARS Super Orgasm, blush up my cheeks. So now that I'm done putting on blush, I'm going to go in with a highlighter, and I'm just going to use this Mary Luminizer. I got that very tiny one. I know, guys, I've got all these like little tiny travel size ones, but I'm going to go in this Mary Luminizer, the Balm, and highlight. I'm just going to take this highlighter fan brush from Milani and put this on top of my cheeks, on my Cupid's bow, my chin, the center of my forehead. And then I'm going to take a smaller, more dense Milani brush. It's an eyeshadow brush, but I don't know what it's called. It doesn't tell me, but it's like dense and brown. I'm going to take that and I'm going to highlight the tip of my nose, down the bridge of my nose. I'm going to do my inner corners with this because I just love this highlighter. And I'm going to do my eyebrow highlight as well. I like to match all my highlighters. I know some people don't. Some people like to do different colors on highlights, but I just like to match all my highlighters. Alright guys, sorry, someone called me and I had to answer the phone. But if you guys thought that I forgot to do my lower lash line, you were wrong. I remembered. I like to do it last. So I'm going to go back in with my, oh no, I just got that all over myself. Oh no. So I'm going to go back in my Morphe X Jaclyn Hill palette, the one from the vault that looks like this that I used earlier on my lid. And I'm going to go in with a fluffy blending brush, the same one we used earlier. And I'm going to go straight in to Secure right here, that orangey color. And I'm going to go right under that lower lash line. Take my eyeshadow down quite a bit. Now you don't have to. You can always go in with a smaller, more precise blending brush and not take it down so far. But as you can see, I like to take it down like pretty far. Just that first color. Now when I go in with like darker, more precise colors, I like to like be closer to the lash line. So we're gonna do that real quick. I'm just going to take this angled eyeshadow brush from Sephora and I'm going to go in with Smooth Criminal and smoke out that lower lash line. So once I've got that done, I'm just going to go in with that clean blending brush we kept using earlier and I'm just going to blend this out. Okay. And now I'm just going to go in with that same mascara I used earlier on my lashes and do my lower lash line. I don't like to do a whole lot on my lower eyelashes. Oh, hi, Zeus. He came in to say hi. Now that I've got that done, my face is complete. So I'm going to go back in with my Smashbox Primer Water. And I'm just going to spray that all over my face as a setting spray. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to do my lips. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. I hardly ever wear lipstick. So, you know, I just forget to do them sometimes. So I'm going to go in with this Dose of Colors X Katie and Desi No Shade lipstick. It's just a nude. Alright guys, so now that I actually put on lipstick and completed the look, this is going to be it for this video. I really hope you all enjoyed it, and if you decide to recreate this look, please tag me in them on Instagram or send them to me in a DM. I will leave my Instagram handles here, or they will always be linked in the description below along with my other social media handles. So if you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe so you never miss a new video, and hit that little bell notification while you're at it so you're notified every time I upload a new video. Alright, thank you guys for coming back, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.